This has been a good place for him. 4 victories at Talladega, including this race the last 2 years in a row.
You know, while we're talking about birthdays, a lot of those wins, a gentleman by the name of Randy Dorton, very, very instrumental. Randy, the chief engine builder over at Hendrick Motorsports, almost since Hendrick Motorsports started 20-something years ago. His birthday would be this coming Monday. Of course, Randy, one of the victims that was killed in the plane crash a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Randy actually put together Rick's Hendrick Motorsports' engine program. When I worked for Rick, when I drove for Rick, we got engines from B&R, Kenny Bingham and Ronnie Revis down in High Point. And as Randy worked on it on the Hendrick Motorsports engine program and got it to the point where it said, okay, we're almost as good as they are. We think we're good enough to run our stuff. Then we all started running the Hendrick Motorsports stuff. That was in about 1988, 87, 89, somewhere in there. And of course, they've stepped it up every year since.
Now, Jeff has never had a Bud Pole here, but he's qualified in the top 5 in 5 of the last 7 races. Sits on the front row a lot. He's just never been able to get that very first spot, the Bud Pole.
I think the most important thing here is just to be in the top 10. When you start that race, if you're up in the top 10, you're not back in the clutches of all that moving and shaking that goes on back in there for a while. Gives you a good chance to kind of stay clean for a while.
52.05. Now remember, Elliott Sadler, who's on the pole right now, his first lap was 51.38, and the number we'll be looking for right here, Elliott Sadler was pretty solid at 188 about halfway through his second lap.
Probably going to get a little push down the back, Larry. The way the wind looks right now, it's kind of getting a tailwind down the back. Got a little headwind off turn 4. Will affect the cars a little bit.
Now you see Jeff Gordon was at 188 down the backstretch, but Elliott Sadler, he never lost that 188 number even through turn 3 and 4, and you can see Jeff Gordon down to 186 right there on the exit of turn 4.
Just means Jeff's car is probably a little bit snug, a little tighter for start the race. That's not a bad thing.
Probably end up in the mid 51 second bracket. 51.32 puts him 4th quickest.